come to the end.
Whoever built the pyramids had knowledge of electrical power, and you know that that's the information that they suppress and devour. Who you think the motherfuckers that crashed in the tower? Who you think that made it turn into action in an hour?
Now what you have in Freemasonry, you got a speculative Mason and you got an operative Mason. A speculative Mason is one that's always speculating. What is speculating? Guessing. We got it in, we got the definition. I always come straight. And you got the operative Mason, which started Freemasonry, okay? Imhotep, if you did not know. Not no damn Hiram and not no damn Solomon, okay? Because Imhotep lived 2,000 years before Solomon and Hiram, and his pyramid is still standing at Socalled. I dare anybody to go to Israel and find Solomon's temple. See, they've been bluffing our ass all along. Got us looking over here at some damn desert country, talking about this is sacred, and you got 13 million square miles of the greatest resources on the planet. You won't fight for that, but you'll go to Mecca. Bow down to some damn shoebox in the desert. Yeah, I'm gonna get on it. I'm gonna get on it, because I know some black Muslims that tired of it too. They're tired of it too. There's a lot of black Muslims that's tired of it too. They don't want to hear that shit no more, because it's real. It's real. And then you got the operative Mason, like my brother right there, King CeeLo, who really laying stone. You understand what I'm saying? And one of the best in this city. Now, I'll be taking some information out of this book right here. Freemasonry at a Glance by Reynold E. Blight, a 33-degree Mason. So if you get mad at him. That right there is verified that he is a 33rd-degree Mason, and that this book was published by the Masonic Digest, Los Angeles, California. Now, when you look up here, it says speculative. For all these speculative Masons, right there, what words you're going to see pertaining to, of the nature of, or characterized by speculation, contemplation, conjecture. What is conjecture? Let's go down here. The formation or expression of an opinion without significant evidence for proof. Okay, speculative Mason. Yeah, wait, right in the dictionary, we done put your ass on the spot already. You guessing. You guessing! All right then, you guessing. Operative Masons, what is operative Masonry? Fraternity or buildings in the early middle ages who actually erected buildings. We just showed you that Imhotep lived down there 3000 BCE. That's right here show you. If this is what you're dealing with, they're not going to show you the truth. They're not going to tell you the truth. Freemasonry is no different than Christianity, Islam, Judaism. They are hiding the truth about African people. You got to dig deeper, family. You cannot expect your oppressor to teach you nothing. All it is indoctrination. Nigga, I say A, that's it. You can go down there and put in wrong. A, he wants you to listen. He wants you to follow directions. He don't want you to think. He don't want you to add nothing to it. He wants you to listen. He wants you to obey. And then you got speculative Masonry is the application of the art of operative Masonry to the teaching of morality and science. The operative branch of our institution was the forerunner and the origin of the speculative. So we understand right there that they stole from the original, which is the operative Masonry, which came up out of Kemet under Imhotep in the 3rd dynasty when he built the first stone structure on the planet Earth, the pyramid of Socalled. We're going to get to it. There it is. The first stone structure in human history, the step pyramid of Socalled, built by the Grand Master Architect Imhotep for the Sultan Pharaoh Zoja Neterket, 2668, 2649 BCE. Now, for those that don't know what date Solomon came on the scene, around 900 BCE. So this date alone right here, should anybody coming along talking about Solomon and Hiram Abiff, these two initiated Freemasonry, they should take a look at this. And this should put that in check immediately, because ain't nowhere you can find Solomon's temple. You can go to Mount Moriah. It's not there. What you see them wailing on the wall, they always wailing. That was the second temple built by Herod. Solomon's temple was not there. But this was built almost 2,000 years before Solomon, and it's still standing. So this is why Imhotep is the world's first Grand Master Mason. This is a layout of so-called Solomon's temple. You got your altar here. They got right here what you call a molten sea. This is a basin where the priests wash their hands. It's supported supposedly by 12 bulls. And I heard a lot of Hebrews say that the Egyptians worship animals. But I could bust that Bible up and show you so many zoo types in it that for them to make that comment and not know their own history, yeah, they would have never opened their mouth. But see this elongated, oblong structure in here. This is where the most temples, most lodges, most basilicas and cathedrals, they built on this structure, the oblong. You got the outer court, and you got right here what you call the inner court. And this is where the ark was kept. This is the Holy of Holies. Now this is the temple of Edfu. You see this? You see the rectangle. You see the inner court, the outer court, and the inner court. And you come in here, this is the Holy of Holies. It's the same design. I'm going to show it to you again. Now there's going to be some differences, but the basic oblong, where if I'm not mistaken, the north and the south is 1/3 longer than the east and the west. Bring it back. Same layout. Same layout, except this one's still standing, and Solomon is just what I just laid up there, just a blueprint. Ain't nothing there. But let me show you what the Masons did. I'm going to show you what the Masons did. They took the dollar, and they constructed that dollar on that same layout. Huh? I'm going to get in there. I'm going to get on that in there in a minute. We know that, but I'm going to get on it. And even right here it says the dollar bill is a four-sided figure. Its overall shape is rectangle. It is oblong, rectangle. The Masonic lodge is shaped and formed in the same way. The form of a lodge room should be that of a parallelogram or oblong square, at least 1/3 larger from east to west than it is from north to south. Masonic Encyclopedia, page 601. But he didn't go back to Edfu. Here you got the Muslim prayer rug. It's also oblong. They still in two. So I can line them all up at one time. We ain't gonna waste no bullets. We can kill 2, 3 of them at one time. And this is the Grand Lodge. Well, no, this ain't the Grand, this Karnak. This is the Great Temple of Karnak. To show you that all these temples is on the oblong. It's on the rectangle. It's at least 1/3 larger from east to west than it is from north to south. Taken from Freemasonry, Ancient Egypt and the Islamic Destiny by Mustafa El-Amin. Another point of interest is that the Islamic prayer rug is generally rectangular in shape, not a perfect square. It is an oblong square. The prayer rug symbolizes spiritual ascension and spiritual consideration. Page 11. But they ain't going to take you back to Egypt. Peru, who was the most beloved son of Asa. And he's presented on Ani to his father, Asa. I'm going to bring it up so you can see Asa. Here's Asa sitting on the square. See the square? I know you see it. I know you see that 90 up in there. You see it. There's one down there too. See the square sitting on the square. The Masons already talking about on the square. And you can even see his flail. If you see that flail, that's an acute angle. That's 92. Huh? Masons? Come on out. So he presents Ani to Asa. And it speaks in the Bible In order to get to the Father, you must what? First come through the Son. He done made it. He's made it. He's made it. You see them queens back there too. You see our set. You see her with the throne on her head. That's the throne he's sitting on. So she represents righteousness, order, reciprocity. And you see Nephet or Neptis. And she got the temple on the top of her head. Here's Asar on the dead level. Anybody know the story of Asar? He was crucified by his brother Seth. He was cut up into 14 pieces, scattered out all over Egypt. Aset, with the help of Amun-Ra and Tahuti, was able to find all the pieces except one, the phallus. And she constructed what today is called the obelisk in memory of that lost piece. So when we talk about masonry, you go to Washington, D.C., and you see George Washington's monument, the obelisk. The tallest structure in D.C. is an obelisk, is Asar's penis. That's right. So if the Freemason is all about Solomon and Hiram Abiel, why they got Asar's penis up as the greatest symbol of their organization? I just asked the question. Just want to know. Now don't get out of the control, because you see a black man's phallus. This is sacred teachings right here, to where we can't look at our bodies as something that is holy and sacred. We got people say, oh no, what that man put up there? But he was just on the dead level. Now you see him being raised up to the living perpendicular. Uh-oh. See that right angle? See that square? See that 90 degree? I put it in there so you can see it. So I don't want nobody to say, and this right here, Asar go back pre-dynastic, before Kemet. All the deities that you see in Kemet were brought to Kemet from about Nubia. Uh-oh. Got old George Washington. See that 90 degree in his arm? You got men, which is a personification of Amen. This is the god of fertility. See the 90? You don't see it? I'm going to show it to you. There it is. You see the flail? It's on an acute. There it is. Now, if you take this one and you turn it right side up and take this one and put it on top of it, I'm going to show you what it looked like. That's what it looked like. Huh? Let me bring it to you so you can see it. Can you see it? What secret he got? He ain't got no damn secret. The secret is he ain't got no secret. That's the secret. Take a look at it. Now, this is Khonsu. Now you see, I'm gonna go, but you see that crescent there. You see the crescent in his head. You see the sun there. Now you see this arm? Watch it. He's holding a vase in his hand, a vase. It's a sacred vase in his hand. Sign of the Master Mason. Take your time and look at it. Now they ain't with the same arm, but they gonna flip the script. But I'm gonna show you enough of it. It ain't no damn coincidence. See? See? Okay. Let's keep it moving. See Lincoln? See the arm? Y'all gotta watch them arms, because they be showing you it be a lot of that Masonic symbolism in the art. He got the 90 degree in there. There's men. Now men is already shown with an erect phallus, because he's the god of fertility. And you know right there, that couldn't have been no white man, because ain't no white man ever gonna draw, because he ain't got nothing that long. I'm just gonna be real. That's why they hated on us. They wrote into their writings that racist comments about the black man being elongated. We just being real. And you see the 90 degree. And you see the flame. George Washington. See the stance? This is Tahuti, as the baboon. Tahuti, god of wisdom. Is that just a coincidence? Is it just a coincidence? I got to keep it moving because I got so much. Do-guard of a fellow craft mason. Sign of a fellow craft mason. There's Bess. See Bess? The oldest Nile Valley deity, God is Bess. Come on, man. How much of this can I show you to prove that they thieves? Just like the white Mason, just like the white Christian, just like the white Jew, they all thieves. Grand hailing sign of distress. This the car sign. See the car? I'm gonna show you some more. It's thousands of them. I'm gonna show you some more. This is the Grand Lodge of England. I mean, as I tell y'all these things, this is where Prince Hall supposedly got his charter from. Y'all got to understand, at the same time they setting this shit up, they are running the slave trade. The Freemasons are slave masters. That's what y'all got to understand. And so, I mean, we fall into these institutions of the white man because we don't know nothing else. We don't have the educational system that we had in Africa. We're not running anything. And you're not going to run anything until you're ready to fight. Because if you got to go get a damn charter from the white man to open up a school, he's running your curriculum. Okay? If Prince Hall got a charter from the Grand Lodge of England, they run in the African Lodge. And that was what they called it at first. That's what Prince Hall named it. He named it the African Lodge. But some niggas that came along that couldn't deal with Africa changed it. So it shows that Prince Hall was a revolutionary African Mason. And he pointed us in the right direction, and here come along another nigga, erasing the story so we would not know which way to look. And so he made it clear that we should look to Africa. And if we had done that, we would know of Imhotep a lot earlier. Right there, as you can see, Prince Hall, 1735, 1807, what you see? You got the wig on, man. That right there show you that he's been influenced, totally, not knowing that they got it from us. They got it from us. That's what they did. They stole it. In the 1700s, when they went to breaking into them Egyptian tombs, is when they got that knowledge from Freemasonry. Get the hell out of here. We done peeped y'all ass already. But family, my brothers, that's Masons. I'm not saying there's one in here. I'm not saying there's not one in here. I'm not attacking you. I'm just telling you to come on home, family. You got a greater story here. You don't need their little raggedy ass story. Yours is real. Yours is real, family. That's why I'm going hard. Look here. So, if you can't see it clear enough, he got African Lodge on his apron, his Masonic apron. But he's in the same positions as the white boys. He's in the same positions. He's getting it from the white boys. I don't know how deep Prince Hall was, but he named it the African Lodge, so he wasn't no damn dummy. He might have been opening up the lodge so that we could know more about ourselves. But at least he put Africa in that so we could look to Africa, and at least looking towards Africa, we will begin to deal with the ancient knowledge that's on the continent of Africa and become more knowledgeable in ourselves. And so you see right there, old gay ass George Washington. You see, that's how great God Tahuti, the baboon. And when the sun comes up early in the morning, the sun shines so bright that the baboons throw their hands up to block the sun. So our African ancestors said that the baboons was praying to Ra. So these are the symbols that the Masons came over and saw in the statues on the wall and on the papyruses and still it. This is your knowledge. You ain't got to go through no damn back door. Lodge, they only got 3 damn degrees. Everything past that is some bullshit. All right, I'm gonna show you. I know y'all still not convinced. See, that's an original papyrus right there. This right here is cartoon characters. Animation. That's what they're gonna show you. They're not gonna show you no real evidence that they had this before the Africans. They cannot do it. These are all your positions that you had long before they happened. They didn't put a spin on it and sold it back to you. And because you don't know no better, you accepted it. But today, we're gonna go into a deeper knowledge. So this is George Washington tomb. You see them two techniques? See them two obelisks right there? What's Solomon's shit? Why they don't put Hiram shit up there? Huh? They ain't got nothing. So you know what's in the Mason mind when you go to the cemetery. Because that's his final expression of himself. And they go down in the traditions of the ancient Egyptians. Not the Israelites, not the Indians, because they got a lot of Indian shit in that Freemasonry book talking about it started into India. We took the knowledge there. The hell they talking about India. Do not be fooled by that. And so right here you see the brothers of the craft of the Nile Valley. And you see them right there with their aprons on. And so today you have the brothers here with the Mason, with the Masonic apron. And we're going to deal right also with the Masonic collar. I'm not talking down on the brothers, but this is what it is today. They got the European expression of it, family, and then they speculating. They're speculating. They need to go back home so they don't have to speculate. Know thyself. Did not say speculate. Did not say guess. It say know thyself. Family. And so you see the ancient expression when we had it. When he came into Kemet, he stole it. They would not allow the European into the system. It was a few that got an opportunity, Pythagoras, Thales, but all the rest of them, they came in with Alexander and they ransacked Egypt. And they stole tablets, they got a chance, and then after that, the European continued to come into Egypt under the British, up under the French. Napoleon was one of those opportunities that the European raped Kemet. The Rosetta Stone was one of those stones that they stole up out of Kemet to get that knowledge up off of. Y'all got to go back. And so here you see the brothers right here, shaving with their aprons on, long before Freemason. European Freemasonry started in the 1700s. He looked like he stole something. If you look deep in his eyes, he don't look like he done stole that knowledge, family. They ain't got but 2-3 degrees, family. They cannot even use those degrees to full efficiency because you got to be African to practice the true laws, craft, of knowledge that come about it, Kemet. And that's one thing that you must understand. You must have that method. Because if you can't deal with Ra, you can't deal with the science of ancient Kemet. And so pay attention, family, even how they sit. So when you see the Mason and you see the Pope right there, it lets you know not only is the police tied in with Freemasonry, also the Catholic Church, the Pope. Don't get mad at me. So you see our Grand Master, Ramesu Mariam, Ramesses II. See him sitting right there in his Masonic clothes, stealing from us, family, stealing from us, and then we going through the back door of some bullshit when we are the fathers and mothers of all science, civilization, and high culture. You know this, family. You know this. And so this is supposed to be a Grand Master's chair. I don't know how, since he ain't been a Grand Master white man at no point in time, nowhere. Grand Master of what? Okay, I know it's some Masons out here. I'm gonna get one courageous enough to stand up. Okay, you see, when we say the black man is God, long before Farrar. That rhymed, didn't it? The black man is God, long before Farrar. What's that sitting on? Is that a man sitting on that square? Is that a man? Can anybody want to volunteer? Is that a man? Is that a man sitting on that? Is that a saw? That's a man, right? Is he black? The black man is God. You ain't created shit, man. You ain't created nothing. This is on the walls long before that. Ain't nothing but black gods all across the walls of ancient Kemet. On the scrolls. 3,000-4,000 years before Farrar come on the scene. Sitting on the square. See the square? Let me bring it back. I'm like, see it? There it is right there, sitting on the square. 4,000-5,000 years before some goddamn Solomon or some Hiram, which came around 1000 BC. And so right here, we see with the triangles. You see Osiris, you see Ramesses. Now damn, people, we just did today. Ramesses was in the 19th dynasty, right around 1200 BCE. That's 200 years before Solomon. We know that Solomon didn't exist, but that's the date on Solomon. So if it started with Solomon, why would they use figures that came before Solomon? Why would they attribute that to Freemasonry? And here's the faces. Here's a Saw, the African Messiah right here, and here's the Grand Master of the craft of Amun-Ra, Ramesses II. Two great Africans that lived and was known all over the world. Saw was known all over the world. Family, y'all cannot understand when Kemet ruled this earth. Just like we, under oppression to worship Jesus, it was men in history all over the world that was worshiping a Saw, just like many people are worshiping Jesus and a Saw. I mean, Jesus and Allah or Yahweh. You understand, these religions just came on the scene. There were many thousands upon thousands of years when these deities were the only deities being worshipped. You can't remember the time. And that's when you're gonna have to go back. Because once you know what you lost, you will go back and fetch it. But if you don't know you lost anything, you won't go back. And so what it said, what was the mark of the medieval Mason? The paw of a lion. Why the lion's paw? Now watch these go to lion by some damn Indian. In India, the lion stands for the divine spirit in man. First and foremost, the lion is an indigenous African animal. How the hell the Indian goddamn get it? Before we got it. That's the damn lie right there. It's an indigenous African animal. The Egyptians used it as a symbol of the life-giving power of the sun. Among the Jews, it was the emblem of the tribe of Judah, for which was to come the Messiah. In Christian symbolism, the Christ is called the Lion of the tribe of Judah. For centuries, the lion paw has been used by Masons to indicate the perfect stone. Make your own application. Okay, let's go into it now. See, they were Pat Robinson throwing up the lion's paw. You understand what I'm saying? Putting it up here, okay? And you see Will over there putting up, he's a Mason. They done fucked him and did all kind of things to him. Straight on up. Don't lie. Y'all seen that damn movie where ain't no nigga, but real nigga gonna play no movie like that, where you gonna sit up and ask no man to let me do you. Come on, man. Where your fucking integrity at, man? Now look at Sting right here with the lion's paw. That's the real master's grip, grandmaster grip of the lion's paw. Right here. That ain't it. I'm gonna show you some things, but this is where they got it. You see it? See, it's symbolic. See, you don't notice, it's writing all around that statue. It's a Masonic information on the statue. Only the priest could read the information. You had to go through the system, and it took a priest over 40 years to become a priest. You went in at 7, and you graduated at 47. Okay? And so if you didn't do the goddamn time, you don't know shit. Okay? You don't know shit. There's a few of us out here that have been exposed to a couple of things. Other than that, you still don't know enough. Because if you knew something, the shit a lot of you niggas was doing, they been and came and swooped your ass up already. And so you see right here that the lion, in essence, is Bess, which is represented by the 12, which is the original Africans that was on all over the planet. They was here before anyone. And they're the one that mapped out the stars. They mapped out the celestial charts, which we know today as the zodiac. And you see them all in the walls of ancient Kemet. This is a Masonic lodge, family. When you see this, you know this oblong, even up here, what you call, this is a nave, which means to navigate. So when you look up on the walls of ancient Kemet, you'll see a lot of the deities that are supposed to be celestial now, where they're going across the nave, float. See, that's the representation of it. This is oblong. This is just like the temples in ancient Kemet. That's where they got it. That's where they got it. We're going to get into it. And so tens of thousands of years before there was a line of Judah, there was a line of Kemet, Heru on the horizon. That's evident. We got all of these signs and symbols. So how the hell is they talking about the grip of the lion's paw? And when our ancestors been going through these rituals for tens of thousands of years before Western Freemasonry. So again, my message is to the brother is to come on back home. And so when our brothers go in the lodges, y'all know what they're doing to our knowledge. Gonna put that ugly ass face on that sphinx. That shit don't even look real. Once you see the original, and then that shit looks so fake, it look like it belonged at a car. That's the Freemasonry rape of Africa. And so right here, this one is in Detroit. This is one of them rich named the Dodge. That make the Dodge Ram and all that. He got buried in the Egyptian mastaba. And he got what you call hormaki. That's a sphinx. A sphinx is a female. So what you see at the hormaki is not a sphinx. A sphinx is a female. That's Greek. So that's a sphinx. This is a hormaki. And so you see how they break it down. That's Freemasonry. That's Freemasonry, family. But to the Freemasons, this is you. Don't get mad at me. I know it's going to shake you up a little bit, but this is you. Come home. That's what I'm saying. And so when you look at them shrines, and they got that tassel, that represents the princely lock. The prince that's next to be king will be wearing that lock. That's Ramesses. Trying to lie, trying to do it. And I could go deeper than that. We only got so much time. Now this is out in California that this is his tomb. Now this temple is on Philae Island in Aswan down in Nubia. Now these is Freemasons. These are the ones that's giving y'all the Bible. Now if they don't go down with Jesus and they go down in the traditions of our African ancestors, you need to step back and take another look at that. It's Freemasons that wrote that Bible. It's Freemasons that wrote that Bible. Sir Francis Bacon, he was a Freemason. All of them was Freemasons. But they go down in the traditions of our ancestors, and then we run out there putting Jesus on our tomb, a cross on our tomb. And a lot of people get mad at me, but the cross was on the walls of ancient Kemet, Nubia, Ethiopia long before Jesus. It was already there, family. Go home and see it for yourself. Right there you see the winged sun disc. You see the Keppel rock. And we go back to that blue lodge. And you see them colors, red, white, and blue. Them colors was already in Africa. The trestle board. Anybody that's in masonry understand, they say the trestle board is where every mason supposedly draws out their spiritual temple. That's where they draw their spirit. It's only symbolic, understanding that they got that from Tahuti. See the red, white, and blue? See the red, white, and blue? This is where all of them got that from. They stealing from us. Stealing from ancient Kemet. Right there, the red, white, and blue. Our queen mother, black goddess, Mu. You see her right there, giving praise. The black woman is God. Yes, sir. The black woman is God. Yes, sir. A lot of people don't understand that, but this is where it comes from. Let me get back up to that. This is where they get it from. This is where they get that from. Stealing from our ancestors. You just don't know and have not seen what your ancestors have brought forth. The back of the dollar. The back of the dollar. It can clearly be seen. A lot of this, if you lay it side by side, it don't even need no explanation. It could just be easily seen to have been thievery and plagiarization from the walls and the temples of ancient Kemet. Simple as that.
5 million walk among us. Freemasons. Their lavish temples are in every major city. Their members include the power elite. For centuries, they've inspired conspiracy theories about secret governments and global control.
In most countries, people who are in power, mostly they are Freemasons.
Who are they? What do they do? And why?
There's nothing wrong with secrets.
Some claim their power goes back to the Bible. Others say they've committed notorious crimes. Their story involves ancient legends, medieval crusades, and modern revolutions.
Can you see it? What secret he got? He ain't got no damn secret. The secret is he ain't got no secret. That's the secret. Take a look at it.